Alright, our topic was a Watergate scandal. This is known as the largest scandal of Richard M. Nixon's presidency. This occurred on June 17, 1972. The burglars caught trespassing on the Democratic National Committee headquarters were employees of the Committee for the Re-election of the President, which is aka CREEP. They were caught stealing information on Democratic candidates. Nixon, however, was not involved in these break-ins until after the incident occurred. He was then caught trying to cover the situation and asked the FBI to stop all investigations. Tapes were exposed that record Nixon speaking of the incident and the scandal and trying to cover it. This ultimately led to the court battle of U.S. versus Nixon, where the notorious 18.5 missing minutes were brought to light. This led to the resignation of President M. Nixon. This caused a huge distrust in our government for the U.S. Americans. For our interview, we decided to interview Mr. Cummings, who at the time was a gym teacher at a high school. The event took place when he was approximately in his 30s and affected him greatly. He shares his recollection of the scandal in the following interview.
Where were you living during the Watergate scandal?
Where was I living? I'm an Indianapolis resident. I've been all my life.
What basic information do you know about the scandal?
Well, it was a break-in of the Democratic headquarters in Washington, D.C. It was visually observed. Police were called, thinking maybe it was a burglary, and from hence Watergate developed. So I felt like the president lied to me on national TV, and I was very disappointed in that. Well, I think we really hoped that that wasn't true, that there was something beyond. Well, as I said, the president lied to us, and they were central figures. Now, I'm sure he's not the first president to lie to the population, but I'm pretty sure he's the first one that got caught lying on national TV. Like I said, he would have been impeached, but presidents do have the right of presidential pardon, and that's actually what Gerald Ford did. Trust is something we've got to have in those people that represent us on the national level. And I'm sorry, but you're naive if you think we know everything that occurs. We don't. Personally, probably not. You can't believe everything you read. You can't believe everything you're told. I think your individual opinion and judgment is very important. You may formulate an opinion and have concepts in mind, but you got to realize that there may be hundreds of thousands, if not a million people that have the same thought in mind as you, but you're still one vote. Read between the lines. Don't believe everything you hear, because you will be lied to, making up your own mind. You've got to live with yourself and vote for yourself. The end.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The cultural connection we chose was the scene from the 1994 movie Forrest Gump. The fact that the Watergate scene made it into the movie makes it evident that the scandal itself is an important event in history. This clip connects to the Watergate scandal directly as a spoof on how the break-ins were reported. However, and unfortunately, Forrest Gump was not involved in this. The following is a short clip of the Watergate scene.
Yeah, sir. You might want to send a maintenance man over to that office across the way. The lights are off and they must be looking for a fuse box or something, because them flashlights, they're keeping me awake. Thank you. Good night.
Therefore, I shall resign the presidency effective at noon tomorrow. Vice President Ford will be sworn in as president at that hour in this office.
This project taught us a lot of new concepts.
This project taught us that we can't trust everything you hear.
It also taught us that we, as American citizens, are not always informed of our government's doings. We hope that you have a better understanding of the Nixon Watergate scandal.